Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. Je t'aime. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette Syndrome. In today's video, I wanted to do a deep dive into the phenomenon of echolalia. I've talked about echolalia, je t'aime, in a lot of my videos. JT Miller, je t'aime, I got rice. But I don't think I've ever dedicated a video specifically just to echolalia. So let's talk about it. I really wanted to talk about it tonight because I'm having a really bad tic day. My tics are very, very annoying today. They're very uncomfortable. The premonitory urges are just extreme. I'm in a lot of discomfort and I can't really resolve my ticky energy no matter what tic I do. I can't satisfy it enough. I got rice. JT Miller. So I don't really know what to do other than come on here and talk to you guys. So let's talk about echolalia. The word echolalia has the prefix echo and the suffix lalia, and these are Greek derived. Je t'aime. I have a tooth. So the prefix echo means to repeat, literally just like an echo. We all know what echo means. And lalia means to talk. So when you combine it, it means the echoing through talking. And when we think of echolalia, it means the repetition of another person's words, sounds, phrases, anything you hear someone else say, even if it was an animal perhaps. Any sound you hear that you can replicate with your vocal cords, that can be repeated through echolalia. Now for me, je t'aime, I got rice. I have Tourette Syndrome, which causes the involuntary repetition of these words. So for me, my echolalia isn't something I need to do. It's something that just comes out of me randomly without my consent really. But je t'aime, echolalia, is also seen in other disorders such as autism spectrum disorder, ADHD. A lot of neurodivergencies will experience echolalia, but in these versions of echolalia, it may not be involuntary. It may be used as a stim, a self-soothing behavior, or a way to help with speech. Upon doing some research as well, echolalia can happen through different things in life too, such as dementia, or if you've had a stroke. Echolalia can come later in life, but if it does, that means something's up. And echolalia is actually used in the majority of toddlers when they're growing up learning to speak. They will emulate what their parents say. They'll emulate what adults say when they're learning English, when they're learning to talk. So in some cases, je t'aime, JT Miller. In some cases, echolalia is a good thing, but with Tourette's, it's an annoying thing. And I wanted to address the elephant in the room, which is the JT Miller Lord. So I'm a big fan of hockey. I love the Edmonton Oilers. They are my team forever. I love them. And last year in the playoffs, I believe they played Vancouver, and there's a hockey player on the Vancouver team, or was on the Vancouver team, named JT Miller. And during the playoffs, he was like a star on their team, and the audience, like the spectators in the stadiums, would chant JT Miller, like I say it. JT Miller. And I'm like having to stifle this because my boyfriend's asleep in the other room. Normally I would be shouting this. But this goes to show that echolalia can be immediate or delayed. And in this case, for this specific tic for me, this is delayed echolalia because I haven't heard this in like almost a year now. I don't think about this hockey player. I wasn't even thinking about hockey when this popped into my head. And I've been singing it all day, JT Miller, in like the hockey chant. It's with echolalia, when you're imitating or echoing what you hear, it is literally echoed like how you hear it. So for me, je t'aime, when I'm saying this tic and I'm trying not to trigger it, it's in the sound of like how the hockey fans would say it. It's in the same cadence, it's in the same like yelling almost because they're fans in a hockey arena. It was a loud thing, people were yelling. I got rice. And since that's what I heard, my Tourette's involuntarily spits it out. So in some cases, echolalia can be good, like in the developmental stages of a toddler's life. But in other cases, it can be a sign of a serious issue like Tourette's or autism spectrum disorder. There can be underlying causes for people to have echolalia, which isn't the normal developmental part of life. I got rice. As I was saying, there is also immediate echolalia and delayed echolalia. So immediate echolalia would be me repeating something someone else said immediately after I heard it, which happens for me sometimes, but I would say the majority of my echolalia tics are delayed echolalia, which means I repeat these words much later, sometimes even years after I've heard them originally. I got rice. There's also kind of another category of echolalia. There's unmitigated echolalia and mitigated echolalia. And in unmitigated echolalia, you'll repeat the words exactly as the person said them. So exact, there's no changes. I got rice. But with mitigated echolalia, sometimes you'll change the words up or you'll change the cadence or the sound. There's also a category of echolalia called ambient echolalia. And ambient echolalia, je t'aime, means repeating the things you hear in your environment, such as something on the TV or like a song or like a dog barking. For me, echolalia is the cause of the majority of my vocal tics. Sometimes I will have vocal tics that aren't due to echolalia and they're just random. But for the most part, I would say my tics, I got rice, stem from echolalia. However, those with Tourette's don't need to experience echolalia to have Tourette's. You can have other forms of vocal tics too. Je t'aime. So yeah, echolalia is a very, very strange phenomenon. JT Miller. I hate that. It's just so weird because I repeat it exactly how I heard it. My voice tries to emulate exactly how I heard it, and that's involuntary for me, which is so strange. But yes, echolalia is something that I experience often, and I wanted je t'aime to make this video. Jelly on a plate. Jerry's a whore. I wanted to make this video to educate more and talk about it because it's a real thing that I struggle with. And I've been receiving a lot of comments from my viewers who also struggle with it. So I wanted to make a video in hopes that I help you guys too. If you liked this video, I got rice, or if you learned anything, I would be so appreciative if you would give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below saying hi, telling me what you would like to see in future videos, or letting me know if you or a loved one experience echolalia and how it's impacted you. I love hearing your stories. I love talking to you guys in the comments, so feel free to interact with me down there. Also, if you're new here and would like to subscribe to stay tuned to, I got rice, to stay tuned to educational content about Tourette's, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell. I got rice in a bag to stay tuned to all of my content about Tourette's. I'd be really appreciative of that. I'm less than 800 subscribers away from my goal of 100,000. So if you want to help me, please subscribe. I got rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we are learning together, we're laughing together, and we're taking together. Bye.